No, that's fine. You're welcome to mute. Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome to all those who actually watch these. For some reason, the channel's been getting a little bit more viewership recently. Maybe it's the Stone videos I've been posting. Apparently I need to do more Stone Civilization games. So, last time we left off, we had Rejected Potential finish up their campaign. If you haven't gone and checked that out, well, it's been about 3 weeks, I think, since the last video, or, yeah, 3 weeks, because it was the week I came back from Portland was when the post situation, or the post information came up. So, go check out those videos to hear how Rejected Potential would end their adventures and overall. We come to you with a new campaign, starting at level 1, in a new world, and a full new party. We'll be going into who we have playing here momentarily. However, allow me to set the scene for you. It has been about 1 year since the Age of Redivinity has kicked in, the name being given by all the champions of Pyrrhus after the creation of a new High King and the banishment of the previous. The gods have fallen silent on the world, having taken a less mortal role in the world overall. Civilizations have risen, civilizations have fallen. The Tautler Golden Dragon Empire and the Holy Dwarven Empire have gone to war on a full-scale invasion. The Gnomish Kingdom, long gone. The Drow having started their invasion of the Mountain Elves lands. The Yuan-Ti having started to expand their territories into the Tabaxi as their tunnels continue to grow, and the Genocide have all but disappeared. The Tiefling Empire has continued to grow under the leadership of Tikva Silversong, as well as Dragon's Gate's influence has fully enveloped the conquest of the Snow Elven Dukedom that has now been given to the House Dimflame under Kurgan's rule. Under Cyrus's godship, the world has been at peace. Dragons have vanished from the world overall and stopped attacking. Parties of adventurers now can spend their time more documenting and learning of the new world, rather than focusing on the embellishment of their gods and their own deeds. Heroes and villains have almost outright been completely vanquished. No known parties are famous at this time. Adventuring guilds have almost completely fallen apart as there are no longer adventurers, and the new age of mercenary work has popped up. Parties like the Enders, as they're known, have spent their time documenting and listing information. However, they had vanished for a year and just recently resurfaced. The many lands have repopulated and depopulated. The world is changing, and a more unified concept is coming to be. However, none of that matters as we come to a peaceful future. A group whose name will probably change in the near future, as they come up with a name for their own party. That's just going to be the overall campaign name currently. We come into a year later, with each of these party members having their own story on why they arrived here. Each having been introduced to, well, allow me. Each of you, while not famous or even known, have spent time on both small and large adventures of your own. Finally, upon your day of rest, while out doing your own concepts of fun, a man in a green cloak approaches you late in the evening. He wears a silver mask shaped similar to a cat's face, and he stops you. All of you sense a great power and powerful magic coming off this man, more potent than most of you have ever experienced. He simply tells you to complete each of your individual goals, you must travel to a forgotten and ancient tomb where not even monsters dare to exist. It is undefended, and there you will find the beginning to what you seek for your ultimate goal. Though some of you are skeptical, and others may outright fear or refuse his offer, you each find yourselves drawn to this location, deep in the New World, in a land known only as the Great Desert, far, far to the north of the Dwarven or the Vedan Empire, and the Orcish empires. That's Orc with a K. You all venture forth and arrive within days of each other. The first to arrive, finding a note at the door, to not enter before all 6 of you are there. for only then will the tomb open. And as each of you arrive at the marked location, all of you see the old mountain, large as it may be, with green stones glowing throughout the entire mountain top. Blue charred marks as if some sort of monster had been trying to chew or attack this mountain. And a Tarrasque skull carved on either side of the entrance to this massive gate. You realize this mountain has a strange stone gate to itself. The doors seem to be uniquely cut in almost a jagged square-like pattern, as if almost like if a monster had molars chewing down on itself. The outside of the gate is ringed with two pillars, each with a Tarrasque skull carved into the stone on either side. Not a Tarrasque exactly, but the depiction of one. Both these pillars are made of some sort of solid green stone with strange blue rocks glowing in them. And the door has yet to open as each of you have joined. We come to first of the group to show up, the young Shogun. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. Okay. So I am this little blue, white-haired, red-eyed goblin with a scimitar on his back and a backpack almost as big as he is. And as I walk in, because I got there first, as I meet all of you, Shogun I am. Nice to meet you, it is.
Shogun, you're the first to arrive of the party. You arrive on a Monday. Rather hot land, but you've traveled these territories before throughout your adventures. Been here to see many of the scraps and destruction. But as you wait, a day goes by, and the next to show up. Nick, would you like to introduce yourself?
As I walk up, Nick is a darker-skinned human, by the looks of him, wielding just a simple wood bow, dressed mostly in green with dark brown hair. He smiles and waves at Shogun and says, someone else met the Silver Mask Mountain. As he takes a seat, his backpack not as hefty as Shogun's, and he pulls out a book and just reads while he waits.
Alright. Another day passes by of you guys camping out here waiting. Off in the distance you can see movement where none has been seen before. And you see two figures on the horizon that come over one of the rather large sandy dunes. Sigrun, would you like to start?
Sure, I can start. Let me actually grab the drawing I made just for this character because it's a homebrew race and nothing exists for it art-wise. So the first one to peek over the horizon is by far the largest of the two. This 8'3", large, broad, big-bellied, seemingly boar woman approaches. She's carrying an axe with a almost boar-shaped metallic head, sharpened with this sort of decorations of like gold chains, onyx stones, bones. She has this seemingly large, almost mane about her, or hair. It's hard to tell which. On her ears, her face, her entire body is decorated with these bone, seemingly homemade jewelry, as long with gold bands, gold chains. There's turquoise gems, tiger eye gems, and around her waist, seemingly the only clothing on her, surprisingly, is a belt with a grizzly bear skull in bone and hide. She doesn't seem to wear shoes or anything else. She seems pretty sturdy despite this very weird seeming woman. But despite this, she walks with an air of confidence, these seemingly streaks of white in her hair, perhaps representing old age or simply markings given the paler cream-colored ones on her hands, feet, stomach, and face. And she shows off large, proud pairs of tusks that glisten in the sun, as she sort of surveys the land.
Okay. And beside Sigrun, would you like to introduce yourself? Sarah.
Sure.
Sarah.
Yeah, you see what at first maybe looks slightly elf, slightly human, but her skin is a little bit ashen. If you know enough about half races, you could guess she might be part half drow. It's got dark brown hair, about mid-shoulder length. Eventually, when you get closer, she'll have green eyes, and she's just wearing kind of standard adventuring clothes. Has basically a chainmail shirt on with regular equipment. However, you do not see any sort of weapon that she appears to be carrying. She is wearing like sleeveless, or like the chain is kind of sleeveless. But on her right arm is a bracelet with a bright red gem on it. Other than that, that's about what you see. I don't have a picture created yet of Hero Forge or something like that. But
Someone came unprepared, even with 3 weeks. Shame.
well, I have
Shame. For
I have reference
shame.
pictures, but the problem is the final idea doesn't exist in Hero Forge, so I've been having trouble trying to create it.
Not a problem, not a problem. We'll get to see a picture later.
Yeah.
Alright. As Sigrun and Sarah show up to the giant mountain, you can see that there are 2 others continue to sit and have been waiting. One reading a book, looking to be a normal human, and the other being a blue goblin that Sigrun, while you may be familiar with, Sarah, you have never seen this color of a goblin before. Okay. As another day passes, as the party continues waiting for their final member, supposedly to show up, the last person to show up, and of course the fashionably late, as always, would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So you see a very short figure walking up in the distance. Even though we're in a desert, he has a full-blown like trench coat, black trench coat on. Very like 1920s style detective. He's got a hat. 2 large battle axes that are taller than he is, just kind of sheathed and an X on his back. And he's kind of walking pretty slowly. He's just like slowly shuffling along as he's fiddling with something in his hands. Yeah, you see he's fiddling with something that looks to be like full of gears in his hands. And he's really just kind of distracted walking, like someone would walk through a mall on their phone, just like slowly. And he's just kind of slowly making his way in your direction.
Okay. As you arrive, and please pronounce your name for everyone else as well.
Terius.
Terius. Okay. As you arrive, Terius, you realize, firstly, you're not the only short person here. As Shogun is also, but coming of a blue shade rather than red. You arrive to see your party sitting there in late evening, as you are one of the farthest away from the area at the time of the situation arising. As you all come to this gate, sitting, getting to know each other, about a half an hour goes by, and a strange-looking figure in a green cloak, wearing a silver mask of what looks to be a badger on his face, or a design on his face. He carries no weapons that you can see, and seems to be rather short in his appearance. Actually shorter, or around 2 feet tall currently. As he walks up,
Fine.
he seems to have a strange presence to him. as he looks about, there's no other life outside this area, as you can see. No plant life. And while many of you arrived, coming with sand in your boots, and seeing a little bit scorched from the sun, he looks almost fresh, as he's as fresh as one can behind a mask. And stops and stands in front of your small camp. And he
Well.
waits.
Should we greet the man?
As you guys discuss this, I assume Sigrun, who was sitting, now stands up and kindly, just casually approaches him. Hello there! How goes it? And kind of smiles at the man, seemingly unafraid to confront the stranger.
He just kind of tilts his head at you for a moment, and then kind of stops, looks at the rest of you individually with this very almost cold stare coming from this mask. Because this mask doesn't have eye holes; it just seems to be a solid piece of silver. As he kind of waits for a moment, he kind of starts to move it around, grabbing it, and you can finally see his very greenish skin. Very goblin-like, if anything, as he kind of takes his mask off. And as he does, out comes this very simple face for a goblin. When many people picture goblins, this is a man that they would imagine, as he is just very common-looking, would never stick out of a crowd. His nose isn't very large. His facial expression seems very simple. The only thing that seems strange in Sigrun, as you're standing there and looking at him, you notice his teeth are all very pointed. He also has very long white hair that seems to flow back into the hood. And he holds out his hand to you, Sigrun, as small as it may be. And
She crouches because she has to at her height, lean down, and with her hoofed sort of humanoid-like hand, grasp it, a very firm, very strong. She is a very tough and bulky woman. Shakes it confidently and goes, "Are you here to tell us about the tomb?"
I can't wait for this accent to stick around.
Yep.
Oh, this
yep.
accent's gonna be horrible. I gotta work on it.
Listen, I'm doing my
competing
best.
with this.
You got
If I'm competing
Yoda.
with this. I gotta go listen to like Australian
Yeah,
speaking
no one's
for
gonna
like
beat
12
them.
hours straight.
No one's gonna beat the mob, man. Don't even try.
He looks at you and kind of nods for a second and goes, "My name is Lord Bao. I am one of the Goblin Kings, you could call me. Very similar to your friend over there." And he kind of winks at Shogun. Now that you are all gathered, allow me to explain. None of you are chosen. None of you are important. But you all have your own goals to reach and your own plans. And I've decided to give you this opportunity alongside my organization. What lies beyond that tomb will be exactly what you seek to fulfill your goals. Won't be easy, but there shouldn't be any difficulty passing by, as there are no monsters that are left to these tunnels.
So this will help me with the bestiary. Good to know.
I recommend you continue down into the bottom floor. There should be about 4 of them. If you should survive, there will be a device down there that you are that will fulfill each of your goals. But I warn you, once you go into that tomb, there will be no going back. He gives a wry smile. Any questions?
Hey,
Yes.
what is your organization?
He sounds Jamaican.
Hey, let him be.
He looks at
I'm
you.
heading there in like 3 weeks. I gotta get in the mood.
Fair enough.
He just kind of cocks his head to the side slightly, looking at you and Denia, never blinking, as you notice. His eyes seem to grow redder as the moments go on. He looks at you and goes, "My organization doesn't matter to you. What matters is what lies down there.
The fuck it doesn't.
Let's just say I belong to someone who is strong enough to summon a king to deal with commoners.
Do I
Is
recognize him?
there a
That doesn't answer
issue
my question.
prior organization? I am sort of already part of an organization. Is this like a contract issue?
No? He looks at you and goes, "This is a job that I am offering you. You will not join my organization. You will not be tied to my organization. You may choose to leave here right now as you wish and go on your own separate ways. However,
What?
would you really choose to give up a chance at fulfilling your goals?"
I won't be passing that up.
Imagine,
This'll be
Sigurd. Imagine being able to find out everything you've been looking to find out. Know who attacked you. Know who attacked your people.
I'm sure I could find that eventually, but the tomb does seem very, very fun, so I think I will be joining. I don't know about the sharper people. She gestures to everyone else, literally everyone else. I assume, Sarah, you'll be coming with?
Yeah, but let me get this straight. It's a tomb with nothing in it, and we'll find what we need. It seems a little too easy.
I doubt that it has nothing in it. 10 to 1 there's going to be traps. He just said that there would be no monsters.
No
That's
living
true.
inhabitants care to take this place. No undead care to live here. This is a long forgotten hold of a long forgotten empire. One that used to worship Tarasks, as you can see by the skulls. Some even
Yeah.
believe that these creatures were what built this stronghold.
Speaking of which, I want to get a quick sketch of the buildings.
There's
Journal.
So there are
Okay.
no enemies to fight. That is boring.
You say boring. I say that gives us time to explore and actually look around a bit more. Plus,
Yeah.
traps can be interesting.
yes, Shogun.
Since I'm assuming he's from the same place I am, do I recognize him at all, even vaguely?
Nope. You've never
What?
seen a goblin look like this that was a king in your lands.
That is highly concerning. Okay.
But let's wait for everybody else to vote, since I already agreed to go in with you. What about
I'm
those two
game.
there?
I'm already walking towards the door.
Looks like one of them's eager.
Okay.
Fuck it, why not?
Alright, now if you will each place your palm on that door right there, as you suddenly see handprints appear on the door.
Nick walks right over and puts his hand on.
Farthest to the left.
Okay.
I want to be out of the way.
Nick will go
Sarah
towards
does
the
also.
center.
You bullshit. And I put my hand on the door.
Okay.
Hang on, I cut out. What just happened?
He's
Put your hand on the door.
as handprints appear on the door, he just tells you to put your hand on the door.
I put my hand on the biggest handprint.
Okay. As each of you do, you feel suddenly a warmth coming from the door, enveloping you as your hands suddenly start to glow slightly, a strange blue color. And before any of you get the chance to react and pull away, you suddenly find yourself on the other side of the door, arriving in a bright blue light. And all you hear is the laughter of a goblin in the background. As the
Is it
room
maniacal?
He seems jolly, but
Okay,
maniacal to
not maniacal.
some is jolly to others.
Oh,
As
you.
he smiles.
Okay, so.
As
what
you
did
look
everybody else
around-
here go to-
Before I allow you go off on your own here, as you look around, this room it seems to be about 20 feet by 20 feet high. It seems to be a perfectly square room with cobble bricks laid into the ground. It's rather dusty, and there are a few skeletons long picked over, nothing but cobwebs and their bones left. The walls have a strange purple light torch that it still seems to flicker, allowing those even without dark vision to still see. And the room seems somewhat dim, but seems to lead off in 3 different directions. One to the right, which you can see down the hallway, goes down into a stairway. One to the left, which seems to have a barracks of sorts, or multiple rooms going down quite far. And one in front of you that seems to be locked behind iron bars.
Looks like we'll
How's-
have to find a key.
How strong do
either
the
break-
iron bars look?
They're iron bars. They're about 4 inches thick, from what you can tell.
Okay. Do they look to be supporting anything, like weight-wise, in this building, or do they just look like to be a door?
Give me an investigation check.
All right, I'm gonna be really great at these guys. Don't worry. I'm very, very smart in the smart department.
Mm,
You can.
You're the brainiest
oh,
of boys.
yeah, look at that, guys.
As you look, no, this looks to just be an iron, iron bars that seem to pop down from the roof of a doorway, and seem to also be able to retract. There just seems to be no switch to activate them.
All right, I want to try to pry the bars open.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Yeah, you see her walk up, and you see her kind of like flex her arms a bit, like she's preparing, and she just squats down and just yanks on him. Let me find
Oh
my
god,
strength
she's gonna
bonus.
throw out her back.
No, I'm not. I'm very strong and powerful and buff and strong.
And as you go to flex, your back muscles seem to flex, but it's been a long journey, and you feel rather exhausted from the long walk.
Can I head over and try to help?
Sure. How are you going to help?
I want to
Yeah.
try to pry the bars open.
Okay. You're gonna
We're
grab.
doing it together.
Are
I'm
you
gonna look at the other two and be like, should we start looking down the other ways to find the lever or key to actually open this while those two possibly break themselves doing this?
18.
okay?
I won't break myself. I am sturdy as steel.
As Sigrun turns to say this, she sees the tiny goblinoid pull the iron bars apart to fit to be able to be slid through for someone of his
Axe.
size.
Ooh, I can go.
Oh, well, his size, yeah, small. See,
So-
look, tiny man's already through. Oh, red tiny man is already through.
Blue tiny men will follow.
Okay. Terias, are you walking right through, or are you just pulling the bars apart and standing there?
No, I'm pulling them apart and standing aside.
All right, Shogun, you're gonna go through.
No.
Okay.
No one
Let's
wants to
check
go
out the other
through.
sides first. Which way do you guys want to
God.
go?
Oh, but he said there's nothing in here.
He said there was nothing living.
Or undead. Do you have ears?
Yes, but that does not mean that there isn't
Dummy does not have
things
ears.
to find.
Yeah. Sarah, what do you think?
I mean, a lot of
She-
times
she'll look
in places like this, there is some sort of a release or things like that. From
Ah.
my more recent experience, we should probably check down one of these ways.
I am with you, big one.
Good.
But we probably shouldn't split up. Even so, he said there was nothing living or undead in here. A trap is still a trap. It'd be bad if we got separated and then trapdoors and all sorts of fun stuff.
I am unkillable, but I understand you people are not as strong, so sure, I will stick around.
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Shogun likes the right path.
Going to the right will take you down the stairs.
You know, that's
Shogun,
cool.
well, I'm
Alright.
following the blue goblin in this case. Let's go.
Yep. I got
follow.
my axe unsheathed, by the way. Great axe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll draw my.
Is it well lit in here, by the way?
It's lit enough to where anybody with even if you don't have dark vision, you can still see up to 20
Okay,
feet.
good.
I'm
Alright,
going
good.
to prep stepping into the mist in case I activate any traps.
Okay.
I'm gonna leap away if anything.
Oh, so Shogun's leading?
Yep.
I
we're
mean,
having-
he's the one who stepped
we
first.
said we were following him. He said he was gonna choose a way.
All right.
Goblin leap away.
Shogun, give me a perception check, please.
Okay. Not the wisest. That's a 12.
Okay. As you look about, yeah, this looks to be a normal stone hallway. Cobblestone floors, more cobblestone in the walls, torches lying all the way down towards the stairs, and the stairs from here look to be about 20 feet away from you, and look to be going in a spiral down.
All right. Yeah.
All right. As Shogun starts to take a few steps in, each of you, with your passive perception, notice that every step he takes, behind him, a strange small little blood print of a foot seems to appear.
Friend, are you bleeding?
Fine, I feel.
Your shoes are leaking then.
Walk with some care. I think that this is one of the things. Let's also remember that he said we need to get down to the 4th floor. If these stairs take us all the way down, then all the better.
Okay.
That is what stairs are for.
Mm-hmm.
The
Sarah?
blood footprints are only happening with the one,
Yes.
not the rest of us.
Yes.
It must be that time of month. She says to Sarah. She nods.
God damn it.
Nick rubs his temples looking at Sigrun. I'm like, I don't know the goblin's gender, so I'm not gonna say no, but it's rude to say that out loud.
I'm gonna
Are
grumble.
we not friends?
God damn it.
I'm gonna grumble just loud enough for them to hear me in Goblin. Just man, that's kind of rude.
Nick responds in Goblin, I know, my friend, I know.
Oh, interesting.
Do you guys have indigestion?
How far down does the stairs go if I look over?
So as you walk up to the stairs, you see that it's a center pillar, looks to be made of a strange kind of almost pure white marble. Looking down, it looks like the stairs go straight down to the 4th floor. From what you can gather, it seems to continue past even further.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep walking then.
Okay.
That's fine.
As you head down, who goes after Shogun?
I was just following in the group. I think I was somewhere in the middle, unless no one else wanted to follow.
Who is
We'll
second?
ha-
I want to be second to back.
Okay.
I'll be second, right behind Shogun.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll be behind Nick.
Okay. So then,
I'll take
Tarius
rear.
and Sarah. All right.
Yeah.
So Sarah, you see, is it Sarah or Sarah? Make sure I'm pronouncing.
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay.
Yeah.
As you're walking, the last thing you notice is as you kind of watch the others kind of start to climb down the stairs, you notice their bloody handprints suddenly appearing on the walls all around you.
Just kind of like randomly,
Yep.
and I assume
What
similar-ish
species?
to the feet, but hands
Yep.
just on the walls.
Look to be somewhat humanoid of what you can gather by looking at them.
It looked like something with only hands is crawling on the wall.
No, it's just random patterns. It doesn't seem to be anything specific.
Are they all the same size?
Yes.
Are they my size?
No, they look to be what would be a normal common for a human, or a humanoid. So someone of a roughly about 5'5" to 6 foot build.
Yeah, I will
I
have
want
pointed
to walk
that
up
out.
to one of them,
Oh, okay.
and I want to touch it with my finger to see if it's an illusion or if it's actual blood.
Okay. As you touch it, you feel a warm and strangely liquidy feeling.
Gotcha.
They must like cave paintings.
But as you pull your hand away, your hand is not covered in blood. Nor does the feeling last.
It's strawberry jelly. Good to know.
This is fucking weird.
As you guys are heading down to the 2nd floor, Shogun, give me a perception check.
Oh,
Plus
Shogun,
one.
the wrong ass.
Yeah, no, that's a 4. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate.
As you're looking around, luckily you're not blind. Almost there. The torches seem to lighten up as your poor vision seems to catch up with you in your young age. As you look
My
around,
friend, do you need glasses?
you notice strange paintings on the walls of this room. This room is similarly designed as the previous. It looks like it has 3 routes. One that's going forward in front of you, going to the north, that seems to have iron bars, again, there. One to the right that seems to have another stairway going down, and then one to the left that leads off into rooms. Now, the stairway, in this case, that you're on currently, continues past and down further. However, as you look around on the walls to the south of the wall of this room, there is no entrance or exit. And as you look there, you see a almost caveman-like drawing of 5 figures. And the one in the center seems to be holding what looks to be a giant sun of sorts. Or at least that's what you surmise, as it's a ball with little lines going off of it, and similar to a child's drawing. The other 4 figures, 2 on each side, seem to stand somewhat shorter than the one in the center, and each of them seem to have their arms down, while the one in the center seems to have his arms up in a Y shape around the sun.
Do we all see
There-
this?
Yeah.
Is there any
Ah,
similarity
sun
to
left
the
shippers.
5 of us?
Nope.
Since it's okay. I didn't think so, but
That was just a happy coincidence.
Well, I am the taller one. I should do the V shape or the Y shape.
Do we try going back up to the entrance and doing the pose when it gets to sunlight out again?
Well, if we have the torch, we've no need for sun.
Well, the torch isn't as bright as the sun.
As she says this, Sigrun will pull out a torch in her tinderbox and attempt to light it.
As you go to light it, you find that every time the spark takes to the torch, it doesn't seem to actually catch the torch aflame. However, the torches on the side panels seem to continue to glow with a strange purple coloring.
I'm gonna try and pull one of the torches out on the wall down.
I want to ignite my torch with one from the wall.
Okay. First, Nick, give me a strength check.
Oh, they cemented in there.
That's a 0.
Yeah, that you go to grab the torch, and as you kind of start to move it slightly, you feel that it really seems to be stuck into the stone, and you give up immediately.
Yeah,
Um,
nope.
Sigrun, as you walk over to light, your torch vanishes. Completely. Your torch vanishes out of your hand. You no longer feel it.
Hey! It stole my torch!
I'm gonna go check the iron bars after that. It's like, okay, is this
I'm gonna
just a
chuckle.
repeating room?
Hungry
Sigrun's gonna
for
try
what?
to look for her torch. Yeah, she's like peering into it, like trying to grab at the base of it, like looking around, like
Okay.
feeling along the wall, like.
You feel nothing, but Nick, as you inspect the iron door or the iron bars on the second floor, looking them over, they look identical to the ones up above.
Were they bent?
These ones are not bent.
Okay, so it's not magic repeating the room.
And on the other side seems to be a square brown box just sitting there.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna go stepping through the bars.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you do, you walk right through. Or rather, teleport right through.
Are just the 2 of them go upstairs, or did the
No,
whole-
this is on the
No, no.
second floor.
This is on the
Oh,
second floor.
oh.
That's why I was like,
As you
Okay.
step through, Shogun, all the rest of you just see him disappear in a cloud of mist and then reappear out of a cloud of mist on the other side of the iron bars.
that's a
a
neat
mage.
trick.
All right.
Let's see. I had a thing. I wish to identify the box.
Okay. Give me one moment to look up something.
Because before I do anything with it, I'd like to know what I'm about to mess with.
Nope, you're fine.
Mimic. It's a mimic, 100%.
If it's a mimic, I'm
Suicide.
leaving that area.
Suicide mimic. It's gonna explode when you open it.
if it's a mimic, I would like to take it as a pet.
Do what you
No.
want. Open out of the bars if it's a mimic.
So
Listen,
as
if
you
carve
touch
out
it,
the inside.
nothing seems to happen. As you
Nothing at
feel
all.
it, it's a simple wood crate box. It's about
Okay.
a foot wide and a foot deep.
I'll pop it open, I guess.
How are you going to pop it open? It doesn't seem to have any hinges. It's just a straight box.
Huh.
Break it.
I offer my short sword to the bars and be like, here, if you need to cut it
will-
open a little bit.
There's nothing to cut. It's a solid box.
Smash it. What are you waiting for? I say as I step back 10 feet.
I'm still trying to get my torch from the torch that ate it.
No, we're gonna come back to that in a minute. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten.
I'm gonna look
And-
through my bag.
Okay.
And I'm going to very clearly pull out explosives.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm backing away.
Are you pulling out the gnomish
Imagine
grenade?
there's
I don't
more
have a gnome grenade.
explosives,
Okay.
and it just double explodes.
No, I have
No.
plastic pouches.
He has plastic pouches.
Okay.
He has small explosives.
I'm gonna look at Nick. Good idea.
I'm gonna go.
back up
Given
to
what
the
happened with the
freeway?
torch,
One sec.
I don't think it's gonna light.
Fair. As I put it away and I step back through.
Alright, and
Solid.
Terias, what'd you say?
I said, can I go back up to the first story?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can walk back
Just
up.
leave it.
The blood is gone,
Yeah,
by
get
the
out.
way, at this point. As you walk up there, and the bars are still bent. There's nothing on the other side that you can see. It's just a square room.
Alright, I'm just gonna chill and wait for an explosion.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. I left the bars.
Oh. Oh. Lame. Okay. Then I
Could
back
go
up.
into the other room and
I
see if maybe the box teleports. Just saying.
There could be a bomb in the box. I'm not blowing that thing up.
And given the fact that the torch couldn't light, I'm gonna take it as that sparks that give off light
Yeah.
are gonna go out quickly.
I have no way to light the explosive anyway.
Give me the box.
We can't get it. It's bigger than the bars. I can't get it through.
I want to try to stretch the bars.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Do it. Do it, Goblin Man. I'd
22.
help, but I'm looking for
Okay,
something.
as
oh my
you
God.
as you pull the bars apart quite comfortably, these are not nearly as heavy as the or prison bars you've had to deal with in the past. As you pull them apart, you can walk through now comfortably without even having to kind of crouch or sidestep. You can walk through this shoulder to shoulder.
Please, friend. Give me the
But
box.
not a
No.
human, like a bigger humanoid, right?
All right,
No.
I'll try to lift the box. How heavy is it?
As you lift it, it's almost weightless.
Oh, I'll hand it to him.
Okay.
It's just a box.
As you hand,
How-
Terias, what's your carrying capacity?
My carrying capacity is 300 pounds.
Yeah, you immediately feel the box almost drop you to the ground.
I guess I'll pick it up then.
You're the
Sure.
chosen one.
I am the chosen one.
I'll reach
What
through the bars
the
and be like, try
fuck?
handing it here. Maybe only for those that are almost at what they can carry. I'm not that strong, so.
No, while looking at Terra, Shogun's gonna flex a little bit and then try to hand the box.
As you pick up the box again, Shogun, it's weightless.
I
And
like top my hand a little bit before handing it to Nick.
oh. As you kind of shove past Terias and hand it over to Nick, Nick, it's light.
This is.
Ah, the weak.
How is this
bitches
so
can
heavy for
carry
you?
it.
Ah, magic box.
You know what? I pull it through the bars. Can I fit it through the opening that?
Yeah, very easily.
I just get it through the opening. I'm like, okay, I'll put it in my bag for now, since it seems like you're already carrying a lot there, Shogun.
As you go to put it in your bag, it immediately vanishes, and out pops a ring of swimming that just
What?
appears in your hand, Nick.
I put a ring on. I'm like,
I feel like I should put a ring on it.
Okay.
Loot box?
Put add a ring of swimming to your inventory.
it turned into a ring, guys. I'm not sure, but I'm keeping it.
There's gonna be an underwater level, guys.
Sigrun, after you look around the walls for a few
Yep.
minutes, you notice
Yep.
by the door or the iron bars, a small patch of wall, and you see a torch drawn, being held by something that seems to have not been drawn.
Hey, there's my torch. Give it here. And she like goes to like kind of like slam her fist on the wall, so like trying to grab it, like she's gonna like reach through the wall to grab it.
Give me an attack.
Oh my god, unarmed strike, I assume.
Yep.
All right, I get a decent bonus. So let's see if Avery is merciful or if I should go to physical. Yeah, she's not happy.
As you punch the wall, you leave a little dent, and the torch seems to vanish. Terias, you suddenly feel a wooden stick appear in your hands.
Hey, Where did it go?
Hey, this your stick?
Do you hold up the
Yeah,
torch?
I hold up the torch.
Uh, yes, that is my torch. Thank you, friend. And she goes over to grab it.
Okay.
I hand it over.
I'm gonna look at Shogun and be like, okay, so it seems like this place shifts items around that are already in it.
This place is fucking with us.
Hey,
More or
wait,
less.
I have an idea. Wait, the people on the wall, right there in the wall. What if we touch the torches and we go into the wall and we go through the cave?
Shogun will give a look of like a little hand movement of be my guest. Please do, go ahead.
All right.
This,
I'll-
go ahead.
I'm gonna, because all of this is super fucky in Terias's mind. He's just like, okay, why the fuck not? And he just follows
yeah.
right along with
I'm
her.
gonna go over
Okay.
to the torch that I used to like light mine that made disappear, and she's gonna reach up to touch the purple flame.
With the torch or with your hand?
With her hand or one of her fingers, you know.
Okay.
Because that's what she did. She tried to light the torch and it disappeared. So.
As you do so, you feel a strangely wet feeling all around your hand.
The fire is wet.
What?
Wet?
Yes, it's not burning. Is it burning me as she holds it there
No.
or no? Hey,
Nick
hey.
walks over and puts the hand that's wearing the ring of swimming into the wet fire. Tries that.
The ring disappears.
No, well,
Oh.
there's your ring.
Oh.
You can take the ring of swimming out of your inventory.
I'm gonna walk down the next flight of stairs.
Okay.
I'm following him. At
Are
this
you
point.
gonna-
I got
yes.
the loot and I lost it.
Yes, Sarah?
While they were doing all of that,
Mm-hmm.
Sarah pulled out. She usually carries some smaller rocks in her bag.
Mm-hmm.
Fiddles with it for a second, and it starts to glow.
Okay.
Basically, doing a magic tinkering.
Okay.
It's not like light because it's only normal light, 5 foot additional.
Mm-hmm.
First, does it light?
Yes, it seems to light.
Okay. And then while they've been doing that, she's kind of been examining this drawing on the wall to see if she, I don't know, sees anything other than just drawings or if something makes sense to her on it.
Okay. Give me a history check.
Not bad.
Okay.
24.
As you look at this wall and look at the painting, you realize this is pretty common around the world to have been found in many old ancient ruins of long dead civilizations from the world's history. From around the Age of Chaos, this was a common drawing that was designed. Outside of that, you don't remember much else.
That's it. So yeah, if they start going downstairs, she'll follow.
All right, Shogun, as you're leading, are you going to go down the stairs down the right hallway, or are you going to continue down the stairs you were going down before?
The right hallway.
Okay. As you head down that way.
Well, oh.
Yes.
I had a question before
Sure.
Sigrun would go downstairs. She's gonna look at the place her torch appeared. Did the ring reappear as a drawing there, or did it just completely disappear?
You see
She
no
would have
ring.
looked before we went down. Okay, yeah, then she'll just follow the group.
Okay. As you watch, Shogun starts to head down that hallway. To everyone before you walk in to the hallway, you see that Shogun is now wading through a pool of blood. Even though Shogun, you see nothing. It's a normal hallway.
Normal this is.
Wow, a lot of things must have died here.
No, because with the skeletons upstairs, there wouldn't be blood left.
Sigrun will... Oh.
Shogun's gonna look back. Illusions you must be seeing, because I hear them talking. Nothing here there is.
In
I
Goblin,
think your eyes are
fucking
failing you,
river of
friend.
blood.
I'm gonna reach down and
You
like
are-
wave my hand in the blood as fast as you could, like without being liquid. And, like I'm gonna say to Goblin, "Nah, bro, there's nothing there."
All right, if you think so, I waddle through.
As you waddle through, Nick, you feel nothing. It's just walking through. You, and
I'm gonna
the
look back at
blood
the others and be like,
disappears.
ignore the blood from now on, unless we actually get proof that it's real. It's probably an illusion. Shogoth is right.
Sigrun
Shogun is
wants to actually inspect it, regardless of what they're saying. Does the blood, in appearance anyway, seem fresh or old, like coagulated?
As you
Whatever.
look it over, given your experience on the battlefield, I'm going to give you this one. The blood looks to be fresh. It is still very vibrant and very red.
Big thing die soon. She's gonna dip her fingers in to see if she can make contact since she's not standing in it.
As you do, nothing seems to happen. You don't feel anything.
Nope. What? Fake blood it is, and she'll go in after them.
Okay.
I drown. No.
No. As you walk through to where the rest of the party's just standing at the top of the stairs, and you feel nothing. It's just normal. A little colder as you're getting further and further underground, but that's really it.
A nice breeze from the sun.
Who's up next?
I'll go.
All right. As you walk through,
Technically, someone could ride Sigrun. She's so large, but you know.
yeah, as you walk through, Terias, again, nothing seems to happen. The rest of the party's just waiting for you lot, so it seems
Cool.
Sarah, do you
Oh, wait.
follow?
It's
Yeah,
blood's
and
up
she's
to
still carrying the
Shogun's
small
waist,
stone.
right?
Okay. As you are carrying that small stone, the light vanishes as soon as you walk into the hallway.
Spooky.
She looks at it, stops for a second, and because it's still lit here, or it's still
Yes, you can still
see,
see.
right?
Yes, yeah, perfectly well.
Just kind of says, and then continues to walk slowly.
Okay. As you start to walk slowly, you do feel yourself sloshing something, but you don't see anything at your feet. You don't feel warmness, you don't feel a wetness, just something thick, almost like a gravy that you feel like you're having to pick your feet up through.
Sarah,
This is
don't fall
Definitely a
behind.
weird place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll catch up to the group.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sh-
Sigrun will make sure Sarah doesn't fall too far behind.
Shogun, as you look down at the top of the stair pillar, you can see into the other room clearly. The torches are green. The pillar seems to be made of a strange material. Give me an investigation check to see if you can figure out what it is.
Okay. It's a 13.
It's pretty clearly bone. As you
That's
look
cool.
down the stone cobble, or the cobblestones that would normally be in the floor bottom from what you saw in the previous rooms, seems to be also made of a similar material. However, the rest of the walls seem to still be a normal, almost like diorite-looking rock.
He'll kind of brush his hand on the pillar, kind of like nod to himself, and then keep walking.
Okay. As you head down, it's identical from the previous room above. The iron bars are to the north. There's another. This stairway continues down. To the right, there's another stairway, and to the left, there are rooms. This time,
there a
behind the iron bars is a strange golden box. Lastly,
another-
on the southern wall is another strange cave-like painting. This time, there are 3 people drawn on one side and 2 drawn on the other, just standing there, staring, looking at each other almost. No other depictions. The paint seems to be some sort of red coloring, from what you can tell.
I'm gonna look at
The box.
Shogun and Tyrus. Saying that right?
Terias.
You two go try and Tyrus, go. You two go check out the box. I think I'll try and get what I can from the painting.
Yeah, I'll mist through the bars and see if this one's weightless or not.
Shogun, as you go to cast your spell does not go off.
I want to try to bend the bars.
Okay, give me a strength check.
I'm
Oh.
going to examine the cave paintings.
Just a 9. Nope.
The bars almost bend like putty to you.
Oh.
What?
And as you start to pull, one of them actually falls out of the door as it falls like a limp noodle and slams into the ground like as if someone just shoved a 50-pound iron pillar into the ground. It shakes the entire room.
Jesus, man! Go easy on the building. It's
You
older
are
than we are.
strong.
That is a warning to you all.
Consider myself warm, my friend.
Studying
I'm
the
gonna walk
cave
in.
painting while he's
Okay.
trying to play Wreck-It Ralph over there.
All right. As you walk in, you see this golden box. It's the same shape and size as the previous one.
I'll call over and Goblin to Shogun. Hey, you want to check this out?
I'll come look at it.
Okay. As you look at the box, it's another 1 foot by 1 foot box, but we'll come back to you in a moment. Firstly, Nick, as you're looking at this wall, what are you trying to surmise?
I'm gonna try and get any hints onto what we're supposed to do, because each floor seems to be changing colors with torches and certain materials. As
Okay.
well as the blood is seeming to pile up, so...
Okay, so as you stare at this wall, give me an investigation check.
Oh, I get plus nothing to that. That'll be grand. 15.
Okay. You suddenly see everyone who's looking towards Nick. You suddenly see his eyes seem to go white for a moment. Nick, you see what looks to be a bunch of goblins, very similar to Shogun, but of a yellow color rather than a blue. And they seem to be in heavy armor that you would expect of like someone of Sigrun's size to wear. As far as like this stuff looks very thick and ornate in its design, very noble. Each of them seem to be wearing large helmets with huge black horns coming out of them. The armor seems to be made of some sort of purple material that seems to change colors as you as it kind of changes in the light. And there looks to be 7 of these creatures standing with rather large shields and very large swords, blocking the hallway to the right. And you see something of what immediately kind of seems peaceful and seems like the normal hallway. And then slam, as soon as it hits the brick, a giant black claw seems to grab the size of about a 6 foot size claw in itself, as this hand can barely fit, and it pulls and grinds against the stone, tearing the stone down into the hole below. And it just vanishes as the dream fades just as quickly.
Okay, this is not gonna be good for us.
Why is that?
Well, call it what you will, whatever just happened to me. I saw, I think, something of the past. And I saw goblins that had yellow skin and armor that looked heavier than what you would even wear. I point at Sigrun.
I don't wear armor.
Not the point. Get blocking the hallway to the right, and then a giant claw.
As he
Trouble.
mentions this, suddenly you all look, those who look to the right towards that hallway suddenly see 5 skeletons wearing a purple armor that seems to change color in the light as you move around, with giant shields and huge gleaming yellow swords. All appear on the ground suddenly, and they look to be ancient from these skeletons.
Place of leftover this is.
How powerful is this leftover magic?
I'm gonna tell him in Goblin, stronger than what I can do.
In Goblin, how fucked are we?
If someone tries to fight us, we'll all die. If the magic's this strong.
The
Yes, Sigrun?
Royce, Sigrun is going to go over. You said the torches are green
Yes.
here, right?
Mhm.
She's gonna hold up her now retrieved torch to again light it and see what this flame does.
Vanished too.
Sigrun, give me a
Let's say-
dexterity saving throw.
Hang on. I gotta see if I have a thing. I don't think I get it to the next level, but I'm gonna check. Yeah, I don't get the advantage yet until next level. I don't think. Well,
You have
dexterity
no danger
saving throw.
sense.
Listen, I get it soon. A saving throw, correct? You
Yes.
said? Okay. That is a 6. I rolled.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning or force damage as you are shoved away as your torch explodes in your hand.
I'm gonna walk
Ah.
over and examine the skeletons, and
Okay.
while the other two look at the box, and
While you hear an explosion from a few feet away.
Yep,
Okay.
Nick is
Yeah.
not bothered by that.
Question.
Yes.
How much do I know about? Because Nick mentioned it. How much do I know about my yellow counterparts?
Give me a history check.
Actually, yeah, it's a 20.
Okay, give me a minute to grab a document.
I live near these people.
No, you live far to the south of these people. This
I'm the
is
only one that wouldn't even know these people exist.
That's-
Party.
yes, accurate.
What do you mean they are goblins?
So first
Not all
off,
goblins are the same.
Shogun, you would know these are the original people of the Kobalas. This is where your people came from and started in the Great Desert, way, way back. Lastly, supposedly, they used to worship a massive Tarrasque that is said to have been what caused this desert. It devoured and ate everything in this desert, in this portion of the lands, until there was nothing that could grow left, and happened to have been killed by something. No one knows what, but its corpse supposedly lays underneath the Great Desert. This thing was the size of a small continent, to give you preference. Imagine, like, the size of New Zealand is how big this Tarrasque was.
Like, okay.
Supposedly, these goblins disappeared after the Tarrasque vanished. Nothing is known of them, other than the fact that they used to hunt big monsters, and that they took this stronghold from someone else, and no one knows who. Or
Okay.
what.
Then yeah, I'll talk to Nick in Goblin because he only speaks short sentences in Common. So I know these people, the race. They're like my predecessors. They came first, gone now. Really strong people, hunted very large monsters that could flatten us all with a stare. No idea who the fortress belongs to. I'm gonna be honest. They just took it. So.
Goblins
that.
being goblins, no offense meant there, but if they were monster hunters, then
You.
Terra suddenly speaks in Goblin.
And, not just goblins. Goblin claims that one of them could probably kill our entire party.
this is true. That's where I was going with that. If they took it from something, then they proved stronger, and it's theirs. That's law of the land more times than not. But I'm gonna be looking over the skeletons as I'm talking in Goblin. Just
Yeah. Sergon's gonna like lean to Sarah and be like, I think they have indigestion.
Sarah just laughs and look. Yeah, probably. I think that's right.
Rude that is.
Correct, you are.
Okay.
Anyway, the
Shogun
flame
and
explodes.
Terias, you're inspecting this box, I assume.
Yeah, because after looking at skeletons, I'm helping
Yep.
Terry box.
Terias, are you gonna grab the box, or are you gonna let Shogun
No, I'm
handle
not
it?
touching it. I'm letting him.
I'm touching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you go
You
to
ask
grab
for
it,
consent
Shogun, the box seems to be completely hollow to you. Again, not weighing a thing.
I mean,
It almost floats out of your hand.
I'm gonna try to
Floating
trick Nick
box.
earlier with putting it in a bag and see what happens.
You're gonna try and put it in your bag?
Yeah, because last time that Nick did that, it just turned into an item. So I'm gonna see. Looks like a different box, but it's worth a shot.
Okay, give me a moment.
I'm gonna put it in my one of my empty little saddle bags.
It does not fit, as it's still about a foot by a foot. However, it turns your saddlebag into a bag of holding.
Oh, sick!
Oh, shit.
Look, you have a bag of holding now. You can do anything you want. All
Unless
your
it's
stuff is
also
now
an
weightless.
extra dimensional space, in which case it'll create a black hole that kills us all.
Yeah,
Yes.
Let's touch it to the flame and make it disappear.
Yeah, make it explode on this level. You mean?
All right.
I'm putting it in my bag. I'm not putting anything in the bag of holding right now because I want to study it later.
Okay. It's just a
Yeah,
simple bag of holding
recreate
with a
them.
smiley face drawn on it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait,
For
was
those who
anything
don't
in this then?
who don't know that reference, because I don't want to scare the party with this. Back in the day, I don't know if if they still do it in 5e. At least in 3.5, the way you could tell a bag of devouring from a bag of holding was the design on its bag. One had like a frowny face, and the other had a smiley face. If you had a frowny face, yeah, you'd have a devouring bag. So.
But now the design has changed where Bag of Holding doesn't have
But
fucking teeth.
stuff
Yes.
has been opposite in this dungeon, so for all we know.
I'm just making sure that's a clear reference is what I was using for that in case those who didn't know. Yes.
Now you get why I'm not opening it yet.
All right. Sarah, what are you doing?
Well, if these ancient people were protecting what's down this way, should we try one of these halls?
We should probably try one of the other halls, I think, because
Yeah. Look for my people's relics.
I'm still looking over the skeletons and armor.
As soon as you go to touch the armor, give me an investigation check.
I'm not touching.
Dex
I'm
save.
looking.
Okay.
Looking, but not touching.
So I'm pretty sure they're not there. But
All right.
it'll-
Give me an investigation check.
18.
Okay. As you look it over, the armor looks to be solid. It's heavy plate. From what you can gather, having spent your time kind of traveling about, you'd probably guess this is some sort of older dwarven ore that's probably, not as known to the more common folk. It looks to be valuable, and you don't see any claw marks on it, so surmising that if something did attack it, it didn't leave any marks on these things. Also, looking at the skeletons, there don't look to be any wounds to the bones.
Well, they died naturally standing here, or they were killed by something that killed them without leaving a wound on the armor or the body. I'm not gonna try and lift this stuff up. I'm at my limit when it comes to carrying stuff about.
I'll head over there.
Okay.
Yeah, Sigrun will
Yeah,
as well.
Sarah will take a closer look at the goblins.
What's the kind of metal? What does it look like?
Terias, remind me, are you from the Goblin Nation of slavers, or are you from the New World?
Neither.
I gotta remember your backstory now. Let me see. I have it written down somewhere.
He's from a city where he ran a gang.
Yeah, that's it.
It's from the Mafia.
You don't recognize this material, this armor. You're not familiar enough with this area to know it either.
All right. Well, I want to take some then.
Okay, so as you go to grab it, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Does this have anything to do with fiends, fae, or undead?
Yes.
Then I have
Oh.
advantage.
Uh-oh.
Blood Hunter.
He said no undead,
Uh,
but the mask guy didn't say no fiends or demons.
He didn't say no.
Ooh.
You realize, whatever killed these creatures, you can tell it was fiendish in sort by the magic coming off of it. Secondly,
Doesn't seem like it'll kill me if I grab it.
you do sense leftover magic on it. You're not sure if it will kill you, but seeing these creatures and given your experiences, it's a pretty safe bet. It's not going to be doing kind things to you. I will mention all of these bodies are laying on their stomachs, just to verify that.
They must have been attacked from behind, or they fell forward when they died.
I'll take one of the kind of hooked endward edges of my battle axe
Mhm.
and just like slide different parts of the armor off, like the helmets and the greaves and stuff.
Okay.
Just at a distance.
As you do, the first thing you notice on the helmet, as the helmet comes off, is it's a full plate helmet, so it's covering the full back of their head. You see a very small, almost surgical precision hole in the back of the goblin skull's head.
Is it in the back of the helmet too?
Secondly, no, not in the helmet. It is not. Secondly, you notice as you pull the boots slightly off that both areas where the Achilles would be both have major deep inlets and even into the bone.
Oh, these motherfuckers were sacrificed.
Do you say that in Goblin?
Yeah.
In Goblin. Oh god. To what?
Goblin sacrifice, yes, quite common.
Why are you guys not picking them up?
I'm gonna look at Sigrun
Yeah,
and be
but-
like, they may be cursed. I don't
Oh,
want to
they
risk
are.
dying. Oh. Well, damn. They are cursed, according to
I'm gonna stick
Terrace.
different parts of the armor, as much metal as I can easily get off without touching it, into my backpack.
It's only gonna be the helmet and the boots. You're not the rest of it. You'd have to unbuckle and actually move around a lot more.
I'm gonna try and drag one of the swords away and get a better look at that.
Okay, we'll come to the so Terias, as you pull the boots off and the helmet,
There 5 helmets and 5 pairs of boots.
oh, you're gonna take them all.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the second corpse, the closest to the stairwell, you notice this one has its hair still on the skull. It's also still got what looks to be golden markings that, very limited goblin knowledge to you given your background, but you realize this is probably someone of note, given as none of the other bodies A have hair or B have any gold on them. But this one seems to have almost gold circlets throughout its hair.
You said there were 5 bodies?
Yes.
Does Sigrun notice these or just
Yeah, everyone can
just
see
like
these bodies.
Ah,
As but Terias, that's gonna be 1,000 pounds of Oventium you're adding to your inventory.
Oh, it's Oventium. Oh yeah, no, that shit's heavy.
Yeah,
no.
you're having
What the
fun
fuck
with
is it
that.
called?
Oventium.
It's the magic superconductor.
No, we found that in the other campaign. Yeah, we found the raw version.
Obviously, I can't carry 1,000 pounds. Okay.
I will offer him the bag of holding. Maybe that'll help.
wow.
Flip it inside out first.
Consuming.
Sure.
I look to him and be like, flip it inside out first. You got it from something, so it might already be near capacity.
I'll check if there's anything in it.
Okay, how are you gonna check?
I'll open it up and I'll take one for the team and reach inside.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna identify it first. Hold on.
That.
I'm gonna make sure.
Congratulations, you learn it's a bag of holding.
Thank God.
It uses the magic that it uses, because I can't remember off the top of my head what bag of holding's magic is classed as.
Technically spatial.
But no, there's the school. But it's a bag of holding, yes.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll reach inside and we'll see if there's anything in it.
Okay. As you reach in, you pull out a very large black claw that is about 7 feet tall and about 4 feet thick. That has what looks to be a strange black liquid stuck on it. And it comes flying out and slams into the ground. And the claw,
Yeah, that's the claw.
it slams into the ground, causing the entire stronghold to shake.
I look at the claw. Do I recognize? Is this the claw I saw?
This is bigger.
No, that's not the claw I saw. That's bigger.
Yes. Tarask's very big. Where from?
Yes.
I don't think that's a Tarrasque claw.
Creatures very big. Where from?
But as you put the metal into the bag of holding, it doesn't seem to. The bag of holding doesn't seem to allow it to go in. See, every time you shove it in, it pops back out almost immediately.
Back does not like.
Large. Okay, yeah.
Do I get the sense that the claw is from Fey Fiends or Undead?
No, it is not.
I'm putting the if the armor's not gonna go back, I'm putting the claw back in the bag.
Okay, it'll take you a few minutes to get that claw in. It's rather
That's
large.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll wrestle it back in.
Sigrun, help
Is
him with
it-
that claw real quick.
Does it seem like it's over 500 pounds? Like the bag can hold over?
Yes,
What-
that claw.
what-
You'd probably guess that claw is around 650 pounds.
This is a special bag.
Mm-hmm.
Expanded bag of holding.
I guess so.
Okay.
Alright. Then after that, I'll let someone else choose where we're going this time. Well, there's only one way to go, I guess, at this point. Well, there's two still.
Yeah, either
Wait,
check
Whichever
the
way-
hallways out we haven't been doing, or go down one more.
Yeah, whichever way you guys feel. I can go
Each?
too.
Have we tried taking one of the boxes upstairs to the first room without one?
The boxes vanish. They don't.
You
I don't-
lost the boxes.
Box.
That
No,
they
no.
vanished. They turned into things.
Box become item.
Item it become.
Ah. Tricky boxes.
I'm gonna look at Nick. Don't fucking insult me, man. Come on. That's uncool.
Completely
I'm not that good at
confused on why he's speaking like that.
It's my
You
fault.
guys
Leave me
really
alone.
need to work on your indigestion. It is awful.
In Goblin, how long do you think we're gonna be able to trick her into thinking this is indigestion?
Probably a couple weeks.
Let's go for a month.
And then
I'm going
Go
for the
ahead.
whole campaign, whatever that is.
You're going for the entire time. You know her. Damn, dude. You know what? Bet.
wherever we want to go. Who's leading?
Nick will take the front, and he's gonna head back towards the stairs that they came. Actually, no. He's gonna head towards what looks like rooms
Okay.
and barracks.
So going down
Down that
left hallway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will mention, Terias, since you do, is that a passive ability to sense that, or is it something specific for checks? For
It's
Mhm.
it's a feature that I have called Hunter's Bane. I just have advantage on.
checks. What was that?
yeah.
Okay. Want to make sure. Okay. So
Undead.
Intelligence and survival checks.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So and Sarah, are you also following along, or is there anything special you want to do?
No, I'll follow her along at this point in time. Yeah,
Okay.
she is kind of, attempting to keep her eye out for strong magical things, just because she can kind of
Everything
sense magic
around
slightly.
you
Yeah,
is very strong magically.
has an affinity with working with it, just
Yeah.
not
Okay.
the normal means.
You know what? Actually, Sarah, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay. As the rest of the party is kind of watching Nick head down the hallway where there are more rooms, looking around, you notice that these pillars seem to have a lot of magical presence. Going up and kind of getting closer to one for inspection, you notice that they actually have a mana vein running through them. This entire stronghold seems to have mana veins running through them, through it.
At this point, she will not mention that, but she
Okay.
will make note.
All right.
Damn you. I wouldn't
I think your character
understand it,
knows
but
what
damn
damning
you.
is.
No, I don't. But
All right.
listen.
Nick, give me a perception check.
All right.
Sarah, you're falling behind again.
I'm catching up.
15.
15, okay. As you walk down this hallway, you notice that the torches seem to go to a normal light, coming out kind of yellowish, as if someone's just lit them on fire recently. Looking down, each doorway has one on each side. There's 7 in total, so for 14 rooms. As you look to each side, they seem to have a simple wooden structured bed with a hay bale in it, and some very simple cloth put down for what looks to be some sort of blanket, and then what looks to be a strange, slimy, black ball set as like a pillow of sorts in the bed format. Each one seems to have a strange little wooden box in the corner, and then a corner with a simple iron bucket sitting on the ground. They all are identical to each other. No bodies, no changes. The walls are made of simple cobble of a diorite design. No paintings, no nothing.
I can guess what the bucket's for.
Mhm.
The boxes similar to the boxes that we've found in the.
Identical. but all wooden.
Sarah will
I'll
pick.
walk in and I'll walk into
one of the
to a different
rooms.
room and
Okay.
check a box.
Okay.
Yep.
As you do, with your perception, you notice that those buckets aren't actually buckets. It's what looks to be a bucket on top of a pipe that seems to go further down into the ground. Looking at the
Still gonna
box,
get those bed pants.
looking at the box, it's about 1 foot wide and 1 foot deep. Is there anything, Nick, that you want
I'll
to do
try
with
to
it?
pick it up.
As you do, give me a strength check.
Ooh,
Oh,
heavy
oh
box.
yay! 13.
The box does not budge. You can't even get your fingers underneath it.
Okay, not okay.
Are you
One of
having
you strong
trouble
folk, get in
with
here.
the box? Yeah,
Yeah, try and
Sigrun
lift
will
it.
walk up.
Okay.
Try
Well,
and
I'll
lift
go
it.
lift it.
while you go to deal with that, Sarah, you said you wanted to go into another room.
Yeah, I figured Nick probably like took, I don't know, left or right, one of the first rooms. She'll just do the opposite.
Okay.
Go into one of the other ones and check out the box.
Okay. As you look at the box, seems to be a normal wooden box with no opening, and just again 1 foot wide, 1 foot deep.
She will attempt to pick it up.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Okay.
Mhm. Guys, we have to lift them all at the same time. Yeah.
Nope.
As you go to pick it up, it suddenly sprouts wings that look almost angel-like, made of wood, and it starts to flap away.
Catch it!
As it
Wild
goes
magic boxes.
as it goes into the doorway, it disappears. Just vanishes outright with a poof.
I'm gonna go touch a different box.
Well, that was weird.
All right, we'll come to you in a second, Shogun. Sigrun, you are gonna
Yes.
lift the box.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters. Technically, my racial thing says I count as like one size larger.
Yes,
When I'm
but go
carrying
ahead and
full
give me a strength check.
Okay. Alright. Let's see if the dice are in my favor today. That is... I believe a 21, but let me verify. Yeah, it's a 21.
As you go to grab it, it's almost like a paper mache and immediately crushes in your hand and dissipates into a dust.
My friend, it's gone. And she, like, turns to Nick. Is there, like,
I was
pieces
standing
of
there.
it in
I
her
watched
hand?
the
Or...
entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
she, like, holds out her empty hands.
How
Too light.
that was
It
not
was very,
like.
very weak.
I would like
No,
to
it's
study.
fuzz.
Okay. What, Shogun?
Is the dust normal dust or is anything else?
You can give me an Arcana check on it,
I would love it.
or an investigation.
Is there still
19
dust
or-
on my hands?
Yes. 19
That is
I'm gonna wipe it off.
19.
in Arcana.
I stopped her from wiping off the
Uh,
dust before anything
It
else
has
happens.
it has no magic to it.
Okay.
What?
Making
It,
sure.
it is dust.
Terias, what are you doing during this?
I'm watching all of this fuckery and wondering what I'm doing here. And at this point, I'm not gonna sit down, but I'm just gonna start fiddling with gears and continuing to make things.
Okay.
Like
We're on, like,
staying
third
in the,
floor,
in the
right?
Yes.
general range of the group.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, like when you see a kid following his mom around the store, like on his phone, just like distracted,
Me.
playing with shit.
Okay. As you do, you suddenly see a few goblins in that armor you saw earlier walking towards you.
Oh. Uh-oh, you're gonna get
Hey,
scolded.
hey! I try to get everyone's attention.
You're
I
secretly
pulled
look
out
I'll
over.
walk over. Yeah,
As you
Yeah.
all walk out of the rooms to look, there's nothing there, and you don't see Terias. You hear his voice, but you don't see him.
There
And
he is.
Goblin, and Goblin, dude, where did you go? You have vanished.
Do I
Terias,
see
you
them?
hear nothing.
Fuck.
Oh, you angered them.
Yes, Sarah?
You took the armor.
Yeah, here we can. You said we can hear him, right?
Yes.
I will attempt to move towards where the voice was coming from.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
I-
The voice seems to or be all
Just
around you.
everywhere.
Yep. And you do, but however, you do each suddenly see on the far wall where the room would normally go down towards the stairs. All those corpses that were laying there are all gone, and you see what looks to be a red painted goblin on the wall.
Uh-oh. He got taken! They stole him! And she, like, goes to slam her axe on the wall to, like, get him out.
Terias, as you're standing there, you suddenly looking down at yourself. You're wearing armor made of Oventium. You feel magic coursing through your veins, even stronger than what you've ever experienced. And a sword that almost feels like it's giving off some sort of holy warmth to you, sheathed next to you while you're carrying a shield on your back.
Oh, fuck this magic bullshit.
And as you feel yourself drawn to where the other hallway, standing at the doorway, you hear one of the goblins, the one that you realize is standing in the same position as the one with the long hair with golden gems and ringlets in it. He turn to you and go, "Men, hold! This demon shall not make it through today!" As he draws his sword and you find yourself drawing, and then suddenly you find yourself standing again back in the room as everyone just sees you fade back in.
I saved you, my friends, the volley
I-
took you.
As you see an axe mark in one of the walls from Sigurd. Go ahead, Dario.
I just instinctively swing one of my axes, not at someone, just like randomly.
For the entire party who's standing in the hallway, you just see as Terias suddenly starts swinging one of his axes.
Hey, my friend, it's okay. It's okay.
Ah!
Yeah, that's how those visions feel.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Ah, fuck this place!
Terias, you also suddenly feel like you're being watched.
Of course I do! Fuck!
Alright.
We are going to the 4th level, right?
Yeah, let's just head there.
Right?
Sure.
Let's go! Fuck!
Then you lead the way.
I like your vigor, my friend.
I'm going.
I'm
Fuck.
following him.
I
Yeah.
want to like investigate me to make sure I'm not stepping through traps, but I'm fucking gone.
Roll me an
Wait, is
investigation
there-
check.
Is there
I'm
another
following
box
him.
left, or did
There's
we get all the boxes?
no, there's 13 or there's 12 more boxes.
I'm go for the
Seagrum,
box.
go collect the boxes. Don't crush any of them.
Now, because
Fucking-
Terrace is preaching, and I know
8, got it.
that there's a demon involved, I'm gonna give him the flask of holy water.
Drink
can have
this,
this.
my friend.
I-
You need it.
I chug the holy water.
As soon as you drink it, it burns on the way down.
That's not
Oh,
what that's for.
fuck me.
That's not
Uh-oh.
what
Are you?
You are now slightly drunk.
that's for.
Oh,
Give me,
Drunk
Terias,
on the holy water.
give me a con save.
Okay.
uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I look at him. Do you want some sacrament with that?
15.
Thankfully, you've drank before. Not much, but you've drank before. This is light enough to where it doesn't manage to cause you anything more than a
I
light
want
buzz.
to get drunk.
That's not why I gave you that.
As you can smell it, Terias, from your passive perception, it smells like scotch.
This is not holy water.
Oh, it changed it.
This
Alright.
place messing with my items.
Sigrun, as you head down, or turn back to head
Yep.
down the hallway, you realize the rest of the hallway has vanished. There's now only the 2 rooms.
Oh god.
Now they stole the hallway. God,
then get
this
back
place
here with
is
us.
so bad. I could go for ale right now, huh? And she like
I-
kind of trudges
I
over,
would
like she's.
Yes.
I pull a
And where it
I
was.
pull a flask out of my bag and hand it to Sigurd and go, "If you find alcohol here."
All right, yeah, she'll take it. She's
It's
drank a lot.
Sigrun,
before.
as you grab it, it feels like you can feel it sloshing.
Yeah. Was it like liquid
Yeah,
slushy?
there's
or
a
like...
liquid in it.
Yeah, she'll drink it.
As the rest of the party looks on, you see as Sigron's mouth she starts chugging or pulling this thing out and opening it, uncorking it, and turning it up.
Yep.
Red liquid starts to kind of come off of her lips. Sigron, you taste a very old, coppery taste.
I've never had this ale before. It is
I
very
don't
interesting.
think that's ale. I only packed empty flasks.
As you look
Well-
at it, you can see something
I'll-
floating inside it.
I'll pour it out. She'll just pour it into her hand.
As you do, blood
An
comes
eyeball.
pouring out, and a blue eye is looking at you from your hand.
She inspects it.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Yeah, yeah, she just kind of like squints
Start
and like
checking
peers
my
at the
other
eye.
flasks.
It inspects you too.
Yeah, I can't.
So-
I'm ready for this -1.
Is that a
2.
contested, contested investigation?
You want to help there? So yeah, feel free. God
Can I
damn
put my
it.
hand where the door was?
Did
and see-
somebody
One
lose
sec.
an eye?
Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you both
but no.
notice the eye is twitching and seems to look around the room.
Ugh.
I check my other flasks.
You
to
have no
find
other
anything.
flasks. You only have the one you
Do
just
I
realized.
sense anything like coming
I
off this eye, like
Packed
magic-wise?
5 of them.
Nope.
I take my flask
No.
back and I'm like, okay, I packed 5 of these originally.
Sigrun like leans down to Nick and like holds the eye out, like, you lost your eye, my friend.
No, I didn't. My eyes are, as you can see, I have both of them in.
The
It was
eye
in your
jumps
possession.
and falls to the ground.
I
squish
cut
it.
it. I slash it.
I
And the
start
moment it
picking
jumps.
up.
Alright, as Sigrun goes to cut the eye, it immediately splits in half and squashes and disappears.
I should not move like that.
This is some fuckery, and we need to get to the 4th floor. Let's
Sho-
go.
Shogun, what do you
Yeah,
want to
let's
do?
go.
I want to put my hand on the wall where the hallway was, where the door was. That was suddenly gone.
Okay. Give me a d20 roll.
Oh god, you're into the wall. The stone
are
is going
getting-
to steal you, my friend.
19.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a minute. As the rest of the party, you just see as Shogun just as he goes to put his hand on the wall, he disappears, and there's no
Uh-oh.
painting anywhere. He's
Goblin.
just gone.
Fuck.
Well, he's
Uh-oh.
dead. Let's go.
Give us
We
back
gotta-
our friend.
We gotta find him though. He's the only other one
I'm
of us
gonna,
that
I'm
speaks
gonna, I'm gonna
Goblin.
go up to the wall and I'm gonna hit it with like the
There is
blunt
more
and
than
like the
half
bottom.
party speaks Goblin.
I'm hitting the wall.
Okay.
I'm banging on it like it's a door. I'm very angry. It stole the goblin.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
All right,
can work with
let's
it.
see my attack. My attack with. Let me see my great axe. Yes. All right, here we go. Avray, be merciful, Avray. 23, Avray.
Your axe vanishes as it touches the wall.
Listen,
Oh
he
That's what
fucked
I think.
around
Oh.
and he found out.
no.
Fuck
Sigrun
outta
looks pissed, and she's gonna slam on the wall with her fist now. She in a language I don't know if any of you speak Giant.
No. I don't
No.
No, then you guys don't understand what she says, but she yells at this thing in a deep, bellowing
Does-
language you don't understand.
Does it translate to anything in Dwarvish?
No, it does not. But the
No.
rest of you just hear a clang come from downstairs, as if metal just drops.
I rush downstairs, ignoring all the blood.
There's no blood. However, as you rush to the stairway, suddenly a giant claw smacks into the ground in front of you. This one seems
It
to be
turned my axe
6
into
feet
a
tall,
claw.
and seems to be attached to something larger from down below where there is no light.
This is the claw I saw before. Or at least the same size as the one I saw before. And it's attached to something down there, so I'm gonna... Would I be able to pull off a ricochet with an arrow to see if I can hit something?
Yeah.
I'll try and ricochet my arrow to hit whatever the claw's attached to.
Okay. Give me an attack.
16.
Shogun, what's your AC by chance? Just out of curiosity.
Motherfucker, he's hitting me. That's gonna hurt.
Roll damage, Nick.
You bitch, I'm down here, you stupid.
Hmm.
Hey, look, it's not max damage. It's only 6.
I'm almost dead. I only have 8 health.
Shogun, you just suddenly, as you're staring into the darkness, this is magical darkness, by the way. As something heavy kind of slams into your hand and drops you to the ground, then you suddenly feel an arrow pierce your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm gonna scream in Goblin, motherfucker.
You all hear in Goblin. For those who don't understand Goblin, it just sounds like a bunch of strange grunts, very whiny grunts from down below.
Responding in Goblin. Sorry! Giant claw appeared aimed for what it was attached to.
Nothing. No one else sees the claw. By the way.
Well, I'm still hitting at the wall trying to get my axe
Yeah,
back.
I'm gonna yell back, illusions, we talked about this.
I panicked! I'm gonna go down the stairs.
Okay.
Slowly
Did
and
Sarah-
carefully.
Huh?
Did Sarah see the axe disappear of Sigram's and then hear the clank
Yeah.
downstairs?
Yes.
Sig, I think your axe might be downstairs.
She huffs out like an angry, low, boar-like huff, and she just goes charging down there like.
Okay.
I'm
Like,
going
head
slow and
first.
careful. I'm about to get knocked down the stairs.
As you go down the
You
stairs, Sigrun and Nick, give me dexterity saving throws, as this is magical
Oh,
darkness. None of you can
Okay.
see currently.
It's fine. It's fine.
13.
Dex save. Let me find my dex save bonus. It's fine. The worst comes to worst, I'll crush Nick and he'll die because he's probably got like 3 hit points.
Actually, I think I'm healthier than you.
22
As
20. I am
Sigrun goes
dexterous.
charging down, managing to dodge Nick, she runs down and slams into a very tiny and a very broken Shogun. And Shogun, you just feel a giant force slam you into a wall.
Where is my axe, you bastards?
I'm gonna try and light a torch.
Right before I pass out, in my hand, it is.
As
What?
Sigrun, you feel something very heavy in your hands, or in Shogun's hands. Very
Yeah, I
metal-like.
reach for it.
Okay, add an axe of Dwarvish of the. Give me a second. Let me pull up the name. Add the axe of the Dwarvish lords to your inventory.
What the fuck?
Wait, what? But it's not my boarhead axe, is it? Like
Nope.
No,
oh,
that's
dang.
in my hand. You just hit me for it. I was gonna give it to
Oh
you.
yeah.
Well,
No,
I
this is the axe that was
trusted
in your
you
hand.
there.
Nick, as you go to light your torch does not light.
Oh, fuck. I pull out, oh. Well, what do I have that I can use to try and see around in here?
Sarah and Terias, you just see as Sigrun goes charging and Nick heads down, and they disappear into absolute darkness.
I'm tapping around on the floor with the sheathed short sword,
Okay.
crawling.
As you hear the occasional
Yeah,
ding.
I will follow.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming by the timing of shooting an arrow and something, the indigestion kicked in,
Mm-hmm.
that someone else probably got hit. So I will attempt to make my way down and try to find Terius.
Okay.
Arrow in my body. There is assistance I would like.
Or yeah, whoever got hit.
That would be
Shogun.
Shogun as you hear him in the
Shogun.
distance crumbling to the floor as Sigrun backs off.
I will though, once I get into the darkness and realize that my dark vision isn't working,
Mhm.
I will shift the gauntlet shift the bracelet into the gauntlet,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay. And
This isn't my axe.
Terias, as you've just seen all these people go down, are you going to follow?
Is this the only way that I surmise can lead down to the 4th level?
This is one of 2 stairways. You can go down the original, or the stair column you were going down. It leads to the 4th floor, as well does this one.
Fuck it, I'll head into the darkness.
Okay. As you head down, you can see perfectly. Everything is clear.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Meanwhile,
throw my
Nick is on the
knife.
floor, crawling
As-
around
Oh,
with a
yeah.
short sword, tinking.
What do
Yeah.
I see down here?
As you look around, this is a simple block of a box. It is about 40 feet wide and about 5 feet deeper than you were expecting down the stairs, so for a total of a 25 feet tall roof. Looking around, 2 of the walls have 2 different paintings on it. You see on one seems to be a humanoid holding up a ball that looks to be sparking, and the other seems to be holding one that's just solid. On the opposite side of that, you see one holding what looks to be some sort of strange circle with tick marks every so often, and 2 arms in the center of it, aiming at straight up. The other 2 figures seem to not be holding anything on that left wall. To the north, there is the iron bars with a what looks to be a simple little pedestal with a glowing blue orb that no one else can seem to see. And on the southern wall is just a blank bone-like canvas. As you look, you can see weird shadows on the other side, as it seems to almost be like a rib cage in design, as there are bone pillars with space in between them. And every once in a while you see a shadowy figure moving around beyond the bars.
Don't like that.
And you also
I'm
see
gonna-
Sarah now with a gauntlet that basically has like the picture I just posted.
Yeah, as well as Shogun dying with an arrow and having 2 tusk marks on him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
And Nick paddling around in the darkness.
Hell,
Crawling
I'm
around
moving,
kicking the
fuckers.
floor.
Stop it. I'm gonna like dip, duck, dive, dodge, and weave between these guys and head for the blue orb on the pedestal.
Okay. It is behind a bunch of iron bars that seem thicker this time and seem to be heavier.
Yeah, I'll try to bend them.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Nope, that's a 10.
The bars don't budge.
Gotcha.
There's no other axe Sigrun can feel,
Nope.
like when she feels around. Just a
No,
goblin
but
corpse.
Sigrun, give me a d20.
Oh, okay. I don't like that, but all right.
You eventually
15.
find yourself as you're kind of crawling around looking for, you run into a wall where you feel like it's strange. You can feel it's almost like a pillar, and you can if you sidestep, you could probably slide in between the pillars, and it feels like there's something beyond.
Sure. Well, first, before she does that, did she feel Shogun's, like, body or whatever?
She did as it fell to the ground after she slammed into
Yeah,
him.
she'll feel for that to pick it up and be like, if you are a healer, come to me. And, like, hold it out, like...
You are now
someone just,
holding
like-
Shogun by the foot as he is now tipped over with an arrow and bleeding, and
Yeah.
2 big bruises on his
She's
head.
holding him just into the darkness, so, like, if we have anyone who can heal, they can come up and...
Yeah, Sarah will make her way to
Yeah,
Shogun's-
she
or
kinda,
to
like,
Sigram's voice.
She kind of like swings him just a little bit to create like a breeze, so like they can sense it. Sense him better.
Shogun, you're being kind of
Blood all over
You're
the
tilting
room.
back and forth, Shogun. At this point, you're ready to either pass out or throw up, as this is now becoming a ride. You finally feel some cold hands near you. One as Sarah finally makes it over towards you guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
At
I
the
will
moment,
cast
Mm-hmm.
Cure Wounds. You get 9 back.
Oh, I'm back to full health. Thank God.
yeah, she drops him as soon as she senses Sarah's there, and then goes for the pillars.
I'll
She
I'll
sensed.
step in the mist to land on my feet.
I was gonna say, all right, as you manage to, the arrow's kind of on the ground now. Your bruises are still there, but you're not bleeding anymore.
I feel around for my arrow.
You don't find your arrow as it just vanishes.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
a
still
step between the pillars.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a moment. Shogun, is there anything you'd like to do? You can't see
No,
anything in
wait.
this room.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting in the darkness.
Okay, Sarah?
Actually, let me draw my
Oh.
sword. Does that help?
Sure, you draw your sword. You now have a sword in your hand.
Yeah, but I want to cast
Um,
a spell on the sword.
It
Does
does
that
not
help?
do anything.
talk. I'll resheath the sword.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
No, just kind of occasionally talking to sound out to where other people are and where I am.
Okay.
Nick
But
is
other
on the
than
ground,
that,
tink, tink, tink.
Trying to figure out what's going on and probably say, can anybody see in this? Seems to be
I
magical
fucking
darkness.
can't.
I
Humans
can.
don't have dark vision.
Over here.
He can.
As
Make
you
my
hear.
way that
Lucky
way.
bastard.
I found an entrance.
No, don't go that way.
And
Stop.
you see as
where you are.
Sigrun's arm just vanishes beyond the pillars.
Fuck's sake.
Sigrun, you feel something cold licking your arm.
Can I tell how big the
It's
tongue is?
it's bigger than you.
That is a living thing. They said there were no living things. She's gonna like pull her arm back, but she's gonna, I don't know, like squint and just like, what does she make out any shape or like breath?
She doesn't see anything, but you can try and grab the tongue.
Well, does the tongue when she pulls her arm back, does the tongue go to follow, like grab
Nope.
it, or is it just like a dog lick?
It seems like something just very large licked your arm.
Puppy, hello.
As you
And
pull
she'll, like-
your arm back, give me a moment.
This is how we tamed a demon lord.
Large dog. It's just like Cerberus or some shit.
All right,
How
that
to tame
is.
Demon lord.
I'm gonna take like 20 points of damage and die.
You take 4 points of acid damage as your arm is starting to burn as you pull it back through.
Hey, that hurt. She'll step back to kind of shake her arm off. There's a dog. It burns. Something alive here.
Terias, you just see a very large shadow on the other side of those pillars.
No. I have a lot of
Don't
items.
stick your arm through. I'll be right there.
I got a lot of items. Nothing for acid.
Is there
Do
a?
you have water? Because that can help with acid.
I have holy water.
I'm gonna. I wanna. Sigrun's
give
gonna
me that
toss.
scotch.
Gonna toss a ration in, just to, like see what happens when she does.
Toss a
She's not gonna put her
ration.
hand through it.
Mhm.
She's gonna toss it through.
Terias, you suddenly feel something thump you in the back of the head as some rations drop to the ground.
I
Free food.
I don't even turn around. I'm at work right here. I'm doing something.
Okay. What are you trying to do, Terias?
I want to
I'm
know what it
taking
is.
some powdered magnesium out of my bag,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to place it around the base of 3 of the bars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know where
I'm
this is
going
going.
to. I'm going to take out some of my alchemist fire and uncork it and pour
I
it
have
on
that
the
too.
magnesium.
Okay. You all hear as a slight sizzling starts to go, and then you can smell burning. The bar starts to melt and come
Like
loose.
No easy fire.
I don't think that's fire. So don't worry, we're in a stone building. Even if it is, it probably can't kill us.
The bar begins to melt, but before the entire thing can, it suddenly turns to rust and falls apart.
Ooh, I gather up all of the rust.
Okay. As
You have just given him what he
Weird.
needs to make thermite.
Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Shut up.
I already knew that's where he was going with this.
Alright.
Yeah. You gather up all the rust chips.
Not let him know my plans.
You realize something though. This isn't iron. It's silver. It's solid silver.
That's fine as long as it's rust. It's fine.
Yep. As you
Any oxidized metal.
you get 3 pounds of rust.
Cool.
And
Suddenly-
trust.
Just as suddenly as the bars rust away, the magical darkness dissipates, and you can now see Shogun with his massive bruises.
Yep.
As healing doesn't fix the bruising.
Yeah, and
This
Sigrun's
man's
got
been
like
abused.
an arm that's like has some of the hair that seems to have like burnt up and singed.
as
from
well as they
something.
can all see now that you're carrying an axe of the Dwarvish Lord.
This
that
is
on
not, This is not my axe.
As you look on the handle, it does read Sigrun.
That.
Might-
I
Does,
walk over to
does it
Sigrun
have
with
any
my
of
water
the-
skin.
Wait, one at a time, jeez.
Does it have any of the like decorations that my previous axe had?
It does.
or
It's
any of that?
identical almost in every way, but
Oh.
it's smaller.
Huh.
Seems you got an upgrade.
I
I
don't
walk-
know. It doesn't. It
I
doesn't
walk
have
over to
my
Sigrun
family
and I
mod.
start treating the freaking. Using the hempen rope I have and some water. I try and get the rest of the acid burn taken care of.
Sarah, could you inspect this axe for me?
I
And she,
can
like, kinda
later,
holds it
but
off.
I should probably save what I have left just in case.
You also all now see beyond the pillars that
Mm.
Terias had seen and that Sigrun stuck her arm between, a
Yep.
very large black shadow with two massive green eyes that look to be about 4 feet in diameter,
Can
staring at you.
you know what?
It
I want
likes
to
to
roll
live.
animal handling. Can I tame this thing?
I don't think you can.
How would you plan to tame it?
I'm gonna pull out some meat from a ration that I have
Okay.
Didn't work.
and offer it through
Okay.
carefully.
Bro, you are a ration.
When you say carefully, how would you please elaborate what carefully is?
I'm sticking it on the end of the arrow, on the end of an arrow, and reaching it through.
Okay.
I'm still holding on to the end of the other end of the arrow.
Give me
but
an animal
meat's
handling
special.
roll.
That is 19 total.
Okay. As you do, you feel something grab the arrow and pull it through all the way. Give me a strength
let it
saving
take
throw.
it.
Oh, you're gonna let it go. Okay.
I let the arrow go at that
the
point.
arrow-
Wants the arrow too.
Pulls through. You see the feathers don't go through. They seem to brush off and completely fall to the ground.
I
Um,
gather the feathers up.
Terias, you suddenly feel a piece of meat smack you in the back of the head
The fuck?
and
I
land on the
turn
ground.
around.
It's just a piece of meat from a ration laying on the ground now.
Alright, well. Waste not, want
The
not.
creature
I eat it.
only
Oh,
accepts
okay.
arms.
All right. As you take a bite out of it, it tastes a little dry, a little salty.
Use
Love
some
jerky.
water.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
The arrow comes flying back out. Shogun, give me a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it! I'm going to...
Wait, no, it has to get past both Sigrun and I first.
I know.
16.
You see as an arrow goes flying out with a strange blue liquid kind of coming off it and lands right above Shogun's head into the brick, slamming and indenting about 4 inches in.
I take my now empty flask and go try and gather up the liquid.
Messing with arrows, you will stop.
As you go to grab the liquid, it melts through your vials.
Oh, it melts through a steel flask?
Yep.
The creature doesn't like your arrows.
I will take the empty ceramic flask that I had alchemist fire in and try to gather it up in that.
Okay. As you go up to, it seems to avoid and go around the vial.
You can just have the arrow.
I don't fucking want it.
Just patched.
Okay, just clarifying.
I
Alright.
did say that I did clean up, try and get the rest of the acid off with a bit of rope.
That's why Sigrun isn't not taking passive acid damage. As you all
yes.
see, there is now in the northern portion of the wall a orb just of blue swirling light just sitting there on a pillow on a pedestal made of simple
Nope.
stone.
Nope, at this point, nope, we're only on the 3rd floor. I'm
No,
waiting
you're
by
on the
this arrow.
4th.
We're on the
No,
fourth.
we're on to 4th.
This is
I
a
don't
solid cube. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Terias, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hey, that shit cursed.
Nat 20, 24.
Oh god.
You all see as Terias runs up and grabs the orb with both hands, as this is rather large. A bright flash of light suddenly appears and blinds all of you. And just as soon as it appears, it disappears, and suddenly there's Terias just standing there with his hands out and nothing's sitting there. However, as he turns around, you all notice a strange blue star on his forehead.
You got
something
it
there.
that
Put some
too.
schmutz on your forehead, my
I'm
friend.
pulling out my steel mirror and showing him.
Oh. Yeah, Terias, you don't see anything. Just you look normal. I mean, a little sweaty from the walk down, but that's about it.
You said I have
Get-
a smudge? I
Mm,
kind of just like half-heartedly wipe on my forehead.
I'm gonna speak in
Get-
Goblin.
It is a
Glowy
star.
star. Glowy star.
Can I see that
Oh,
mirror a
it's fine.
second?
Can you what?
Can I see that mirror a second?
Oh yeah, I'll hand him
The one that you,
hand him the
yeah.
mirror, yeah.
Okay. As you hand him the
Um,
mirror.
Sarah will use her magic tinkering
Mm-hmm.
to actually duplicate his face with the star that she can see. So it's basically making a picture temporarily on the mirror.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's what we see. And then I'll just like dispel it.
You see a very bright blue star on your forehead, Darius.
Can I recall anything about this star?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Fey Fiend's undead?
Nope.
No. 8.
Oh, can I try
yeah.
as well? Since
Actually,
related
blue
to
stars are well known to be depicted in paintings around the world that seem to be in very unique locations of civilizations where they had their last battle. Typically, this can be found, or a similar marking to this can be found there. It's pretty common knowledge to anybody who just reads on an average of the general history books.
Wow.
Do I feel anything different with me?
No, but you do notice while the rest of the party is staring at you, those bone-like columns have vanished, and there's something panting on the other side.
Oh,
Hey,
Turning around slowly.
yeah.
You all
No
see
sudden movement.
a massive, and I mean large for even its size, its species, a massive black Tarrasque with big green eyes. This thing's mouth alone is about 20 feet long from what you can tell, just from its side profile as you're staring at one of its eyes. And it's starting to poke its head towards where the columns were.
Isn't that something alive?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't
is it
know.
another
I'm gonna
illusion?
roll animal handling.
It
That's
sniffs
all I
the
can do.
air.
I'm
and-
gonna try talking to it.
An illusion. It does not acid burns it gave our friends.
It sniffs the air, and its mouth starts to open as a strange blue pool starts to come out of its mouth and starts to melt the ground.
We're leaving.
Where to go?
Up.
Is it between us
Nope.
and the way up? Or...
No, the
Yeah,
pillar is about 10 feet from each of you. It's also 10 feet from the pillar.
There were there were 2 paintings in this room, right?
Yep.
I want to go and this probably ain't the smartest right now, but I want to go run and just touch one.
Okay. As you run, you will cause the monster to react.
Oh fuck, no, wait.
No sudden movement. I'm
No
gonna try.
sudden movements, just slowly. The
You
one
know
that's
what?
closer to the stairs.
Gotcha. Well, they're both
I'm gonna
evenly.
Jurassic World the Tarrasque for a minute and try and hold 2 hands up and keep it calm.
Give me an animal handling it with advantage.
I'm not by him.
With advantage, yes. That's a 21.
You see its tongue is starting to move towards you, Nick.
No.
And it is a long, green, slimy looking thing that, as it's moving, the liquid dripping off of it is melting through the stone brick on the ground.
I think quickly and I throw a cracker on it.
You know, I wasn't planning on actually getting this monster out today, but, you know...
Oh,
I'm gonna step into this for today.
Give me a moment.
I'm giving it food to try and placate it.
Why wouldn't you give it at me?
Plus that cracker, it might not be able to feel it on its tongue with how large this thing is.
Give me a moment.
You wait, no, I have something better. Instead, I'll throw my lucky rabbit foot on it. There, food.
Why?
Okay, let me save this so I can run this monster real quick because I needed its character sheet. Oh, here. There we go. Its tongue goes shooting towards you, Nick, immediately.
I'd like to dive out of the way.
Do you have the dodge feat?
Nope.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. Nat 20 plus 6, 26.
You barely manage to dodge as the tongue slams into the wall and makes the entire room shake.
We're leaving.
Yep.
Yep.
Terias, are you still planning to touch one of the paintings?
No, I have a different plan.
I'm all ears.
Okay, yeah. We're all fucking bolting at
Mhm.
this point. I want to chuck, like, I don't have time to grab anything out. I'm just gonna throw my entire pouch.
Mm-hmm.
I have a backpack and I have a pouch. I'm throwing my entire pouch down right at the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fucking hurt the creature almost at all. I'm hoping for just a cave-in, anything to slow it down. So that's 20 pounds of blasting powder and alchemist fire to explode it.
Okay, give me 3d100 rolls.
I have a question as well. When he
Yes.
grabbed that glowing sphere, what had happened to the figures with the other spheres on the wall?
They're still there. They haven't moved.
How many are there left besides the blue one?
There was never anybody shown holding a blue orb on the paintings.
No. I mean, once Terias grabbed that glowing one, like,
Mm-hmm.
how many of the other figures are there that are holding stuff?
All three of the figures are still holding things. The two still are not.
16,
Okay.
76, and 72.
Okay. Let me just, okay. Alright, so you managed to, do a good bit of damage to the creature. It roars in pain, and its tongue goes whipping out as the party runs up the stairs to get away. You hear as the pillar collapses, and on the third floor, you all notice that hallway you saw earlier now has a strange blue glowing looking liquid flowing in the doorway. And you can
Oh, that's
hear the
disgusting.
roaring of the creature below you as it's starting to make the entire stronghold rumble.
Glowing blue liquid like the acid that was in its mouth?
Nope. Like as in just a vibrant glowing liquid that seems to be dripping down into a little dividend that seems to go off or a divot into the ground that seems to go off somewhere else. And on the other side of the blue liquid, you can see the entrance to the stronghold that you entered.
Oh shit.
A blue liquid like what might be in a mana vein.
Yeah, very similar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or maybe, and similar color to the blue orb that Terias just absorbed.
Are we going, guys? We going for
Yeah.
it?
Fucking bolt.
Sigrun's gonna rage and
Yeah.
Here we go.
charge
Book
through.
it.
Yep.
Okay.
And we out.
All right, as the entire party runs through, you walk through, or as you charge through, you come out to what is the stronghold standing there. You see the same two Tarask skulls on each side. This time, they look to be small, bone Tarask skulls. You see a vibrant jungle all around you, goblins walking about, and a massive city in front of you. And that's where we're going to end today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you on the next
Good
session.
time.